Welcome back, guys, to your favorite reaction channel. My name is Julius, and today we are watching this live session recap from Trader Tom's EU session on April 13. The video came out 1 hour ago. You will probably see my reaction a little later, because I also have this codex where I do not want to upload reactions too early after the video came out to not take away the clicks. You guys leave a sub and a like real quick. And now let's take a look at Trader Tom's EU session. He made about $700, I guess. Let's see.
So a comment on the account.
So I know Tom since like several years. I think his trading style is very, very interesting and entertaining. He's like one of those traders who just trade what they see in the market and not what they feel. And I think that is a skill that is so hard to acquire. And it takes years of practice and intense market analysis to gather such a skill to really trade the markets as what they are without any fancy systems, indicators whatsoever, just you versus the market. So I'm very keen to find out how he made this amount of money here today.
I am trading a $100,000 account.
Which is already like, we cannot compare us to a trader who has a $100,000 equity account, okay? If you are trading a $100,000 prop trading account, this is of course something completely different because you will have a specific drawdown limit and other rules you have to respect. I don't think any one of us has a $100,000 equity account. Maybe some of you have. Write down in the comments below. I do not. I have a smaller one. But of course, if you only do 3% a month, which is already pretty good, you're making like $3,000 a month just because the numbers are so freaking huge. And we, with our small equity accounts, of course, we have to make 10, 15% a month to really be able to make a substantial amount of money.
I put sort of a stop loss of 80 points. Now, it's not that I have a fixed point stop loss of 80 points every time. It's just, so we say, that's probably a worst case scenario. And if I need to change the stop loss to say a higher stop loss, then I'll adjust my trading size. DAX in 30 lots, which means that I risk $30.
Look at that. He's risking $30 per point and with an average or a starting stop loss of 80 points. That's like already a $2,400 risk per trade in the DAX. This is crazy, guys. Those are big numbers. And of course, you can earn big money by taking big risks.
Per point movement in the DAX. And I will have a max stop loss set at 80 points. Say that I engage in a trade that has only 40 points. Will I change the stake size? Probably not. I will just keep trading at 30. But if I have to say change the stop loss from 80 points to 120 points, I will probably adjust my trading size from 30 down to say 20. The goal.
Okay, so this is the first like live trading recap in his new upcoming series where he just posted like this short cat videos of his live trading sessions. It's easier to watch for us, so we get the highlights in a 10-minute video. And now he's just explaining his position size, which is already very interesting.
All here.
Because like, when do we see those real index future or CFD traders who explain what they do every day and trade live every day? We do not see that often, okay? People like Ross Cameron, that's a stock trader who posts his results every day, but not those future or CFD traders.
Is to approximate risking about 2.5% per trade. Let's look at the FTSE here, because the FTSE has triggered a...
And 2.5% per trade with a $100,000 account is already a lot. If I would be able to acquire a $100,000 account, I would probably risk just maybe 1.5% maximum, okay? I know that Tom has this mindset where he's like, I want to use the money that I have in my trading account, because he probably has much more than $100,000 that he could use for trading on his private savings account. But on his trading account, he wants to use his money as efficient as possible. Okay, this is why he's risking a little bit more than we might do with our trading accounts.
First bar negative buy. Now the first bar negative has a low of 31.8, and I should be long below the low of 31.8. I am not.
So we're here in the FTSE index.
I don't know if I'll get an opportunity.
And already he's like missed the first opportunity, and this would have already been a pretty good trade.
To be long, but
I also like his charting layout, okay? Just basic black and white.
I will attempt, so I'm going to place a buy order here in case the market comes back to this area here. I could chase them.
Okay, from my point of view, I'd say that the market is not coming back here before this trading idea is not valid anymore.
Market, I don't really like to do that. We got an overnight range that is just
Now he's in the DAX.
being double topped. We got a first bar positive on the 15. Second bar is an indecisive
in a 15-minute chart, and it's just analyzing basic price action. Okay, we have an overnight range. What are the engulfing bars here? What are the breakouts? It's just like really, really basic, and he's able to make money from that. And I think that is so interesting to watch. And also his live trading is just like 1.5 hours, okay? So I'm very glad that he's now posting these short recaps that we can react on, and I can give you my opinion on what I think. Only would have been better if you also used a face cam so that we could see his live emotions while being in a big trade or in a big loss. That would be even more interesting, but I understand if you do that on a daily basis and it's just your job that you don't want to use a face cam every day.
An indecisive inside bar. And now bar 3 is triggering. And what that would... So those lines that you're seeing there, they represent the school run entry lines. And what that is suggesting is that I need to be long above the blue line and I need to be short below the red line. Now, I also have its opposite that I trade, which I call the anti. The low that I have is 544. It looks as if the futures are a couple of 100 points higher.
Which is always the case.
Which means that we should be long here. So I will duly execute a long position in the...
So is this like his anti-system where he's buying below and selling above? Because usually I thought he should sell below. It also says sell here in his custom indicator, but he bought here. Maybe because it's in the overnight range.
DAX. I am trading this as the anti. Probably
what I've said, yeah.
Need to get into the habit of trading this as orders. I'm betting that bar 1 is a strong momentum bar and that we will see new highs.
And that's again the difference between an experienced trader and just a guy who's relying on his fixed system, okay? Tom usually trades a system where he sells below this, I guess, second 15-minute bar. But now in this case scenario where we got this strong bullish bar, he decided, okay, I will trade it as an anti-setup and buy below for a continuation of this long momentum. From my first point of view, okay, I did not analyze it in different time frames, etc. I would have had a better feeling to sell below the first bar, okay? But let's see how this turns out.
Bar 1 on a 15-minute chart is a strong bull bar, but it closes at near the overnight range. Bar 2 is an...
If I would just have this look at the chart, I would say, okay, we got a double top after a breakout below. I would maybe search for short trades at least to this area here. And maybe here you can take a little profit short. Let's see how that turns out. Of course, I would need a bigger picture to make a trading decision here, okay? And I also like to trade with range charts instead of time-based charts, so I get a better picture of how the market is really moving.
Inside bar has a bull close. Not a particularly good sentiment at all. However, I'm betting that because we are inside the overnight range and bar 1 is so strong to the upside, that there will be bulls attempting to buy a retracement, pushing it back up towards the high. So instead of doing a traditional school run where you sell short below the low of the second candle or buy above the high of the second candle, I am doing the opposite. I'm buying below the second candle. That's called the anti. And that's where this...
Where can we get such a trading education here in a live scenario? I like the video a lot already.
Mechanical strategy does come down.
It's not like my trading strategy. My trading strategy is completely different, but learning something from an obviously successful trader is always a good idea to be open-minded. And this is why I love my reaction channel, okay? I can have a look on so many different types of traders, on so many different trading results and strategies. So I get a really good overview of all there is in the markets.
To interpretation. So I have bought down here where you can see currently I'm minus 5 points. And my stop loss is down here. Very big stop loss. Probably don't need it all the way down here. But let's see how this goes.
Yeah, this would have been a $2,400 loss if the market really came all the way down to a stop loss line.
If I
look at that, it actually turned out pretty good. So I thought the market would maybe come a little lower. As I told you, I would have probably taken profit somewhere above 525, maybe 530 or something. But he seemed to be right, and the long momentum is continuing.
I swap over to a 10-minute chart. I would argue that I don't have enough of a gain to move my stop loss.
Probably yes.
And right now, it would probably make sense to move the stop loss to below the low of bar 8. I currently have a risk of 80 points. I don't think that I need to have a risk of 80 points. I can significantly reduce that. So let's say that I have a risk of, let's call it 20 points. I don't normally do this.
So his trade turns out really, really good, and I wonder where he is thinking about taking his profit. We have to keep in mind he in the first phase was ready to risk 80 points. So if he is thinking in reward risk ratios, he might think, okay, I want to have at least the 80 point winner here as well. I don't know.
But I think I'll close half my position here.
Okay.
So I closed half the position.
Interesting.
I don't normally do it, but if we are in a trading range, it makes somewhat sense to do. And I will click this button here. That will move my stop loss. You just keep an eye on this here. It will now move the stop loss automatically to break even. Okay, so closed half at the top of the trading range, 4 plus 28. And there we go. Bears are coming in, shorting the top of the trading range. And why wouldn't they short the top of the trading range?
Now the position turns a little bit against him. We get this beautiful fast forward. I love to do it in my live tradings as well, so that the viewer really can see how the market is trading. And now the buyers are coming back in, and it seems like we are breaking out long. Beautiful trade. Wow, what a beautiful trade by Tom. He bought at a really good price, and the market did exactly what he anticipated. Also taking half the position off was a good idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't say this lightly.
And 70 point profit, it's almost a 1-to-1 reward risk.
It is an honor to be part of your world. And I hope that you enjoyed being part of mine this morning. I'm running this bad boy. I could probably move the stop loss up a little bit.
Okay, he's running the position. Okay, interesting. So a almost 1-to-1 reward risk is not enough for him yet to take a profit. Maybe he doesn't see the reason why he should take a profit already. Let your winners run is with a stop loss at break even, and especially in the case where he already took half his position off, a good idea. To let the rest run is a valid day trading strategy.
Do I want to? Well, there's my entry right there. Where would I move the stop loss up to? You know, I could move the stop loss up to, I suppose I could move the stop loss up to capture 20 points. There we go. So move stop loss up to 66, currently trading at 01, and then currently about 50 odd points in profit. Thank you very much for this morning. Bye-bye.
Okay, here we can see it pretty clearly. His account balance before 101,000 and now 101,785. So a little above $700 in probably one trade. Let's calculate that. Okay, he started with a 30 point trading size and he made, let's say, $700. So on average 23 points in just one trade with the big size. I think that is a beautiful example on how you can earn big money in just one London trading session. Okay, probably he got stopped out at his 20 point trailing stop, because otherwise he was already with a 15 lot position in 70 point profit. That would be already about $1,000. So probably he got stopped out at his plus 20 point stop loss, but still pretty good, decent trade for, I don't know, an hour of work, $700. Very, very interesting video. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you could learn something as well. I definitely did. I like to get a look into different traders' executions. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and subscribe down below. We're gonna see us in the next episode. Take care of yourself, guys. Have a nice rest of the day. Bye bye.